Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's now mid-January, we're getting kind of into the year. It's been a bit of a slow start to the year, still being quarantined and all that, but I hope if you're newly engaged, you've really enjoyed starting making plans and getting a little bit excited about what's to come. I really understand how hard it is at the moment to start making plans and moving things forward. If you're newly engaged, you're probably itching to get started, and a lot of things, including quarantine, are holding you back. And if you've been engaged for a while, maybe last year you were putting off making plans because of COVID, but now it's getting to the stage you just want to get started and start making some actual plans for your wedding day. Before I get started, if we've not met before, but hopefully we have now with all these videos on YouTube, my name is Beth and I'm a professional planner here in the UK. Each week I sit on my living room floor and I offer hints, tips, stories and secrets into the wedding industry to make sure that your wedding planning process is just way easier and so much less stressful. So let's get straight into this video today. All my tips for helping you find the perfect venue and the steps you can take to do so whilst we're still in lockdown. Whatever situation you're in and whatever stage you're at in your wedding plans, if you want to choose your venue, this is likely a big decision you want to start making, as it sets the tone, the mood, the style, the feel, the location, the guest list, absolutely everything about your wedding day. And if you haven't made that step to choosing your venue yet, you're probably on the edge of wanting to get started, wanting to get into it, but finding that COVID and all the restrictions at the moment are really holding you back. I get asked so often at the moment, what is the best way to approach it? Can we be doing this? Can we be doing that? Should we? Shouldn't we? And today I thought I'd round up some tips to help you in your venue search during COVID, how to approach it, what to do, and make you feel a little bit more at ease. The answer on what to do is going to be very different depending on your situation and what type of venue you want to go for. Some of you are going to be looking at more traditional wedding venues that host weddings every single weekend, every single day of the week. They've got a lot going on, you've got a specific date and you really want to get that booked in. Others of you are going to be more relaxed. You're not going to want a traditional venue, you're looking for something a little bit different. Maybe your venue doesn't host that many weddings a year and it's maybe only 7 or 8 weddings a year and you've got the pick of all the dates and you're a little bit more relaxed about whether you have a weekday or a weekend or a summer or a winter, or you're just open to any day in the month of August, for example. That's going to make things a little bit more relaxed and you're probably going to feel a little bit more at ease approaching the whole wedding venue search. But likely you fall into one of two categories. One, you know the venue you want and you want to get started and you want to get that specific date as well booked. Or two, you're really relaxed about it, you've got a rough idea of the kind of venue that you want, you're open to dates, but you do kind of want to get started and start looking for that venue. Whatever your situation is, you're likely watching this video because you want to get started and you want to do something. And as we're currently on lockdown, you may feel like there's not much you can do, but that's what I'm going to go through in this video, the things and the steps you can make towards finding your venue whilst we're on strict lockdown and not able to do it, and when we're allowed to go back out, and so you can make a decision really quickly. Okay, so let's break it down. How do you choose a venue amid COVID restrictions and feel like you're not missing out at the same time? Firstly, I wanted to go into this whole fear of missing out feeling because that's a lot of the things I get sent. Everyone's worried that everyone else is going out there and booking and everyone is going to take the dates that they want and there's going to be nothing left. And the first thing I wanted to approach with this video is actually, this isn't true. If you can't do something, it's likely that no one else can. So if you're trying to contact a venue and you're not hearing back from them, no one else is. If you can't go and view that venue to go and get the booking done, no one else is either. So I hope in the first instance that tries to help you relax. And as I speak to a lot of couples, I know this is true. Everyone is in the same boat. Everyone is feeling on the edge of their seats trying to get forward but can't. So know that you're not unusual, you're not left alone, you're not the only one without booking, and try and let that relax you in the first instance. But what you really can do is use the internet. Use all the amazing things that are out there to help you research and research. Whilst we're sat at home, the number one thing we can start doing is going out there and looking what's available to us. What does the website say? Stalk them on Instagram, stalk them on Facebook, search their hashtags on there for real wedding photos and a more behind the scenes look at what wedding days actually look at. Come here on YouTube. Do videographers have videos that they've shot at the venue so you can see all the different aspects of it and try and piece together what that venue actually feels like to be inside. The wedding industry has been living through this whole COVID lockdown world for a while now, and we've finally become adjusted to this is the way we do things, and everyone's up their game. You'll likely be able to go online and find venue walkarounds and virtual tours without even contacting the venue, and you can have a real good look to see if that venue suits you. Through doing this online research, you'll really be able to narrow down your options. Before lockdown and before this whole pandemic even existed, couples would spend their time going around venues. They would go out on the weekend and go and see 4 or 5 venues that weekend, and then the following weekend go and see a load more. Go to open days, go to wedding fairs, and spend their time just enjoying doing that. So you can use all that information that you can get online and then really narrow down your list. Look into what capacity they hold, what kind of day is it going to feel like? Does all that really suit you? And if not, you can strike that out the list, and it means when we're able to go back out, you've got this really narrow list that you're going to go and see, and you're going to be able to make decisions a lot quicker. At the end of the day, you don't want to go wasting your time viewing venues that your guest list can't fit into, or it's got a huge capacity compared to what you're thinking, or maybe you really want to bring your own catering in and they don't allow it, or maybe you really want to have your dog there on the wedding day but the wedding venue doesn't allow dogs. You can find all this information out by purely searching online and really cross off those ones that don't suit you, so the ones you've got on your final list are all perfect for you and you know you're going to love them. Once you've narrowed down this list through doing this online research, you're going to want to start to actually reach out to these venues and start speaking to them. Is everything you thought to be online actually true? Ask loads of questions. Do you like the way they respond? Do they answer everything in the way you'd like? Is there anything coming up that's surprising you? If you're struggling for questions to ask and you're not really sure what you should be asking, head to this video I'm going to link up here, and there's about, I think, 21 questions on there to ask your venue, so go and have a good look through that if you need some inspiration. You may find that some venues aren't responding at the moment because their staff are all on furlough, and please try not to stress too much over that. In my experience, most people are answering at the moment, but if they're not, understand that they're not responding to anyone else either. So you're not going to lose out from not having that. So try not to stress, sit back and know that hopefully in a few days, few weeks, they will get back to you. The next kind of natural step from this is going to be actually viewing those venues. And hopefully really soon we're going to be able to go back and start doing even socially distanced viewings at least anyway. But in the meantime, loads of venues are offering virtual tours. And this literally means that they will have you on a video call and they will walk you around the venue and answer your questions in real time. So if this is an option, make sure you're using it. This is a great insight into the venue. Yes, you may not want to put a full deposit down based on just a virtual viewing, but it will get you one step closer to knowing whether that venue is right for you or not. Speak to your venue about the dates then. Find out what's available, find out when you need to put deposits down. Are they taking lower deposits at the moment just to secure a date? Will they pencil you in and contact you if anyone else comes and gets interested? And see what you can do in the meantime before actually viewing, and make sure you're securing some date for you if you're really excited about that venue. Just remember, there are no such things as stupid questions, and if it's on your mind, you're worried about it, or you've picked it up in one of my videos and really want to know, make sure you're asking it. And always make sure if anything comes up after the meeting, because that generally does, after you've had the viewing or you've had the chat with them, you then sit down as a couple, have a chat and realise you forgot to ask loads of things. Don't be afraid to email the venue with those questions. They're more than happy to help, and they want you to know that it's the right venue for you. Hopefully, after going through these stages I've discussed today, you've been able to narrow it down to 2 or 3 different venues that really suit your needs. You know they suit your budget, they suit your numbers, and they suit the style and location that you want. You've got a good feeling through email on what the staff are like there, who you'll be working with, and how they can be really helpful to you. And hopefully you've even managed to have a virtual tour and ask all the questions you want. Next thing you're going to want to do is, if you're not 100% confident to put down a full deposit at this stage, you may want to ask them to put you on a wait list to make sure that you're the first person to go and see that venue as soon as it opens. So ask that question, and hopefully most venues are operating a wait list, so you know you can get in as soon as possible. My overall message in this video is just to really accept that you can't do certain things at the moment, and accept that you're not the only one in that situation. Everyone is in that situation and no one is moving forward because we're all under the same restrictions. So try to relax, do all your research that you can, do everything you can at the moment to keep kind of that wedding excitement and wedding fun alive, and hopefully as soon as these restrictions are lifted, you've got the perfect set of venues you can instantly go and see, make a decision and start moving forward with your plans. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a different one. It's not going to be one that's going to be needed next year, hopefully, when we're fully out of COVID, but I really hope it helps any of you who are newly engaged and just moving into kind of navigating everything that's going on at the moment, or if you've been putting it off for a long time, it's giving you some excitement and some pointers to start moving forward and finding it. But as always, if you've loved this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments if it's helped you, and if you've got any other tips, if you've already been through this and you want to share your insight with other couples, that is amazing, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. But I'll leave it there for today. Lovely spending time with you as always. Speak to you soon. Have a great day. Bye guys.